Hi there guys, welcome to Living Alchemists. My name is Vlad, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about the power of books and how they've inspired me and how they've helped me to grow as a person. So for me, a good book is a book that speaks to me, okay? And what do I mean by that? I mean that as I'm holding that book and as I'm reading from it, it feels like a living thing. Okay, feels like a living entity that communicates back to me. And I've had this experience on more than one occasion. And it all started with a book called Reality Transurfing that I discovered about 18 months ago or so. And, before I started reading from this book, I understood more or less what the topic of this information is, which is reality creation. Okay, how to create your reality by using different approaches, different practices, and things like that. And after reading about 10 pages or so, 10 to 15 pages, I had this feeling that this is the knowledge that I had been waiting for more than 3 decades. So I was 36 and a half years old when I discovered it. And so, I kept asking myself, why haven't I discovered this earlier? And I know other transurfers out there that, are asking themselves the same question, why didn't I discover this earlier? But something that I've realized over the years is that whatever it is that I get out of reading a book depends on my internal state. Okay, so you can read great books and there's a lot of great information, things that you can apply that can make you rich, be it financially or emotionally or mentally. But if you're not in the right state of mind, the right state of being, then I don't think you can really access that information, whatever that is. So how you feel on the inside usually dictates how you perceive things, okay? And reading books is just one of many thousands of examples. The people that you interact with, the places that you where you spend your time and things like that, these are all experiences that will affect you depending on how you feel internally. So I love being in a quiet place when I read. I guess most people do. But it's also about emptying your mind from thinking about distracting stuff. Okay, it can be like everyday things or things of more significance and stuff like that. So as I'm reading a book that book that I resonate with, I make sure that I empty my mind as much as I can, and I allow that information to enter my mind and to connect with my feelings as well, to some extent. And so for that to be effective, for that process to have a positive impact on me, I gotta maintain that state throughout the time that I'm reading the book, of course. So no distractions, I'm in a quiet space and I can read for 20 minutes to an hour to 2 hours, And what's interesting is that for the most part of my life, I've never been a book lover, I've never been a book reader. And in fact, I remember when I was 20 years old, or even younger than that, 18, 19, my family members would tell me to read books. It's good to read books. You get smarter and you cultivate your intellect. And that never really resonated with me. So none of that stuff that they said that I should do had a positive effect on me. And for whatever reason, I just didn't enjoy reading. In fact, I was getting tired of reading. And at one point I thought that I had some problems with my eyes, maybe I needed glasses or something like that. But what happened is that eventually I stumbled upon books that I was really interested in. Probably I wasn't, like before that, I wasn't focused on the stuff that I was actually resonating with. But the point that I'm making here is that you never know where life takes you. So things that you didn't enjoy in the past could become things that you really enjoy connecting with in the future. And maybe more than that, maybe they will really impact your life in a great way. So that's the case with books in my life, for sure. So coming back to reality transurfing, so this is a book that consists of a set of tools or concepts that you can apply in order for you to shape your reality. And they are magical, really. They are magical concepts and practices. Some of them are more practical than others. I guess that's the case with other books as well. I just make sure that I pick and choose whatever works for me, and what doesn't work for me I leave out. Maybe it will work later, and so on and so forth. But say one of the concepts from reality transurfing is called dropping importance, and this refers to the levels of importance or significance that we attribute to life, okay, to the events in our lives, to ourselves, the people around us, everything really. So let's say if you're gonna apply for a new job, you're gonna go for an interview, and you might feel a bit nervous about it. Why? Because you're emotionally and mentally invested in that experience. Because you might think, oh, I need a new job, I need to do my best to get that job because that provides me with an income, etc., etc. So there's an emotional investment in pretty much everything that we do. Same thing with the relationships. If you're gonna get married, or if you're gonna go on a date, things like that. Maybe you're gonna start fresh on an area in your life, and so there's this mental and emotional investment that is a part of these things. And by dropping importance on these events, you simply know how to control your emotions and how to work with your mind. And so by doing that, there's a much higher chance for you to get what you're actually looking for. Okay, and so the writer of this book, Vadim Zeland, goes into pretty good detail about how these things manifest in life, dropping importance, or there's something called the wave of fortune. That's about how to take a positive experience and multiply that, so it creates another positive experience as a result, and that creates a third one, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you learn how to amplify the positivity in your life by starting with one small event, like an everyday event, like enjoying the sunshine, or enjoying the birds singing, or whatever. So the book is very detailed, and again, connecting with the book depends on your state of being. Okay, and so for me, transurfing has made a major impact in my life for a number of reasons. One of that reasons is that I've reconnected with my mother after decades, really. And again, I had to drop importance on the past events, okay, that had affected me and her in a negative way. So again, we come back to that release of tension, okay, release of negative emotions and the past, because the past is no longer real. The past only exists as a memory, and the future is also a memory that hasn't arrived yet. So we're being left with the present moment. So I guess it's about being present, right? I like to refer to great books as being high vibrational, Okay, and to me, high vibrational is anything that elevates my state of being, be it mental, emotional, spiritual, and so on and so forth. So I love reading high vibrational books because they increase my levels of awareness. Okay, and when you are more aware, you're happier as a person. You're more relaxed about the things that you do in your everyday life. You're not in a rush to achieve things and accomplish things. So yeah, this notion of high vibrational content is something integral in my life, and reality transurfing is definitely a high vibrational book. And to give you a second example of a similar book, there's a book out there called Bringers of the Dawn, written by Barbara Marciniak. I've read 4 of her books, and Bringers of the Dawn is one of them. And so Barbara claims that she is channeling a group of entities from the Pleiades star system. How accurate is that? I don't know. Maybe it is 100% accurate, or maybe she's just written her books from her own imagination. I don't know for sure, but what matters to me is the message. Is the message empowering? If it is empowering, then all power to that. So Bringers of the Dawn tells us the story of humanity. It tells us the amazing capabilities that we have within ourselves, and also how to access our 12 strands of DNA, for example. Okay, so we've had this belief that we only have 2 strands as part of our DNA, but we have 12 of them. And so as I'm reading about this stuff, I'm also doing some meditations, and these meditations are focused on the energy centers in the body, and these energy centers activate the DNA in our bodies. So speaking of a cool synchronicity there. So one of the main messages that I got from Bringers of the Dawn is that we've come to this planet to defy all odds. That's why we're here. We're not here to play small. We are here to go against all odds and become kings and queens in our lives. And as I was reading these lines, I got a bit emotional, I have to say, and I might still do if I reread the book. And so for me, that's a sign that something has impacted me. So the messengers that deliver this content, which are the Pleiadians, also tell us that humanity suffers from one main fear, and that is the fear of becoming gods on earth. Okay, so if somebody would tell you, look, I can help you to become a master of your reality, I can help you to live as a king or as a queen on this earth, and then what are you going to say to that? Are you going to say yes to that? I think that we have everything that it takes to become empowered beings and to become sovereign and to live the lives of our dreams. The question is, how much do we want that? See, because if you're going to embrace something new, you need to let go of something old in your life, things that no longer serve you. And I think that's the difficult part, to let go of things that have become familiar to you. Okay, and that includes people in your life. That's why it's so challenging to enter new realities, to empower yourself. So this book, Bringers of the Dawn, has helped me to stretch my imagination, really, to see not just my life, but the history of humanity, and to look into the past and into the future in a in a very expansive way, in a very imaginative way. Again, I don't know how much of it is absolute fact and how much is just storytelling, but nonetheless, a great book is a great book, and if it inspires you, then that's the book for you. So as I've been reading these high vibrational books over the past 18 months or so, and as I keep doing it, I look for things that are practical, really. Okay, what can I take from this material and apply to my life? Okay, I'm not going to be able to take everything, but there will be some things in there that I can materialize so that I can see, concrete results, as opposed to things just staying in my mind. Okay. So yeah, I love high vibrational books and I love reading. And this has been my video on the power of books and how they've helped me to grow as a person and how they've inspired me. I hope you like this video. Give it a like then, and subscribe to my channel and share it with other people. And I guess I'll see you on my next video. Until then, stay aware, keep expanding, and read some awesome books. Okay, bye.